Hey there, science fans! Today we're diving deep into the amazing world of animal cells. Animal cells are the basic unit of life in all animals, from a tiny ant to a giant elephant. They are like tiny factories that work together to keep us alive. Though too small to see with the naked eye, they are incredibly complex. Let's grab our imaginary microscopes and explore these miniature marvels. First stop, the plasma membrane. This outer boundary acts like a security guard, controlling what goes in and out of the cell. Think of it as a bouncer at a club, only allowing certain molecules to enter and exit. Inside, we find a jelly-like substance called cytoplasm. It's like the cell's swimming pool where all the organelles hang out and do their thing. And of course, no cell would be complete without a nucleus, the control center of the whole operation. We'll learn more about the nucleus and other amazing organelles in the next sections. Get ready to be amazed by the incredible world inside an animal cell. It's a reminder that even the smallest things can be incredibly complex and important. Stay curious. The plasma membrane is the cell's first line of defense. It's made up of a double layer of phospholipids, which are kind of like tiny magnets. They have a head that loves water, called hydrophilic, and a tail that avoids water called hydrophobic. This unique arrangement creates a barrier that only lets certain things pass through. Embedded within this membrane are proteins that act like doors and windows. Some proteins transport molecules across the membrane. Others act as receptors, receiving signals from outside the cell. The plasma membrane is essential for maintaining the cell's internal environment, keeping the good stuff in and the bad stuff out. Think of it like your skin. It protects your insides from the environment while allowing you to interact with the world around you. The plasma membrane works the same way for the cell. It's a dynamic and essential part of the cell's machinery. Without it, the cell wouldn't be able to function properly. At the heart of every animal cell lies the nucleus, the cell's control center or brain. This is where the cell's genetic material, DNA, is stored. DNA contains the instructions for building and running the entire cell. Imagine it as a vast library filled with blueprints for every single protein the cell needs to make. The nucleus is enclosed by a double membrane called the nuclear envelope, which acts like a protective vault for the DNA. But don't worry, there are doors in this vault. Nuclear pores act as gateways, allowing molecules like RNA to move in and out of the nucleus. Inside the nucleus, we find the nucleolus, a dense region where ribosomes are made. Ribosomes are like tiny protein factories that translate the DNA's instructions into actual proteins. The nucleus plays a crucial role in cell division, ensuring that each new cell receives a complete copy of the DNA. Without a nucleus, the cell would be like a ship without a captain, drifting aimlessly without direction. The nucleus keeps everything running smoothly, making sure the cell thrives and performs its vital functions. Now let's move on to some other key organelles that keep the cell humming along. First up, the mitochondria, the powerhouses of the cell. These bean-shaped organelles are responsible for producing ATP, the cell's primary energy currency. Think of them as tiny power plants, converting nutrients into usable energy that fuels all cellular activities. Next, we have the endoplasmic reticulum, or ER, a network of interconnected sacs and tubules that act like a manufacturing and transportation system. The rough ER, studded with ribosomes, is involved in protein synthesis and folding. The smooth ER plays a role in lipid synthesis and detoxification. The Golgi apparatus acts like the cell's post office, packaging and shipping proteins and lipids to their final destinations. Lysosomes are the cell's recycling centers, breaking down waste materials and old organelles. And finally, we have peroxisomes, which detoxify harmful substances and break down fatty acids. Each organelle plays a vital role in the cell's overall function. Talk about teamwork.